What up, YouTube? This is Daniel Rucker with True Table. Welcome to the table. Today, I'm going to be discussing something that's very important, gentlemen. So strap in, lock in. Everybody knows what I do when I get on this camera. I get in the kitchen, I get cooking, serving up these meals. Today is no different. So, what's the topic for today? Well, since the population, the viewership, and all those who consume my content like hearing about this single mother dynamic, this single mother epidemic, if you want to call it that, what I decided to do was start involving more subcategories to the category. And one of the things that I was going to discuss today, as I promised yesterday in yesterday's video, is I was going to talk to the men about dating a single mother with an irate baby father. Problematic already. Something I don't recommend, something I don't suggest any man actually signs up to deal with. But for those of you who are maybe in that situation, for those of you who are pursuing a single mother and don't quite know maybe yet if her, baby dad is irate, this particular broadcast is for you. Why? Why is it problematic? Well, there's a gambit of reasons. Anytime you're going to involve yourself with single mothers, gentlemen, you're going to deal with a series of things. You're going to deal with limited time. You're going to deal with her focus always being divided between you and the child or you and multiple children. And then if you throw in an irate, emotional, combative, unstable baby father, you got a recipe for disaster. What I recommend, if you're going to be a man that's going to involve yourself in that type of situation, is first of all, prior to being introduced to the irate baby dad, you need to ask a lot of questions. If there's visitation rights, if there's, split custody or whatever, you need to start asking what that looks like. Is the kid or the kids going with the baby dad once a week, few times a week, bi-weekly, once a month, during major holidays, summer? All of that is important while you were making your assessments for if this woman is even worth your energy and your time to pursue on a serious level. 2, you need to ask why the relationship didn't work out. See, what I find a lot of times is that a lot of guys do not ask these questions. A lot of guys are either afraid or believe that they doesn't have the right to ask these certain questions, like they're overly personal. Newsflash, gentlemen, if you're going to get involved with a woman, it is personal. And you need to do the things necessary to protect your assets, your time, your energy, and in some cases, your life. So you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Asking her why the relationship ended is the starting point, because from there, you hope to gain an understanding of why this relationship didn't work out in the first place. What you don't want to do in this situation is you don't want to allow her to BS and fluff it to where she just tells you that she was mistreated, she was a victim, he was abusive, he was, a cheater, all of the series of things that we men are just so terrible at when it comes to dealing with women. No, gentlemen. What you need to figure out is at what point did he become this problematic for her? Because for her to go through with getting pregnant by the man, for her to go through with not only getting pregnant by the man, but actually having the man's baby, means that at some point he wasn't that bad. And that's what you need to get to. If you have a woman who chose to have a baby with a reckless man, chose to have a baby with a man who has unstable emotions, chose to have a baby with a man that has anger issues, run, gentlemen. No need to discuss it further. No need to do any further investigation. Run. Because that woman is going to put you in a position that could potentially put you in harm's way. Anytime there is a male in the equation that is emotionally unstable, you potentially are signing up for a series of episodes that could occur. I'll give you an example. Let's say you decide to pursue this woman, and let's say communication breaks down somehow, some way, as far as transporting the kids or who's gonna take what weekend or whatever that may be. What you don't want to happen is things like him popping up at your residence, or him popping up at, maybe the kids' basketball game or soccer game, or, some play unannounced. The issue with this situation is that most, if not all, of the interaction that's supposed to take place with an irate baby daddy, believe it or not, gentlemen, has nothing to do with you. I'm gonna say that again. Most, if not all, of the situations communicatively, plans, boundaries are not on you. They're on her. The reason why a man coming into a situation, the second man, the follow-up man, is problematic, especially for a man who's emotionally unstable or someone who doesn't have a lot of sense, is that he's not going to see sense, logic, rationale. He's going to see and more than likely feel that she's moving on and there's a lack of acceptance on his end. She's obviously participating in sexual activity with another man. He's not going to be able to digest that. And because he probably can't showcase his frustration, anger, disappointment, malicious intent towards her, well, you become the target. See, I don't want men to get it twisted on, well, I'm tough, or I wish he would, or, I'm with all the smoke. If that's your mindset, gentlemen, then I'm concerned for you. The men I'm speaking to are men that understand that they always have something to lose. Understand that in the situation that is a single mother, if you just so happen to participate in this situation, that it always needs to be best suited for what's beneficial for you. What is not beneficial for you, gentlemen, is a man that is attached to that woman that doesn't know how to respect boundaries, that doesn't know how to stay in his lane. That's going to be problems for you in the future. One of the things that I encourage is that if this situation is something that arises or something that you walk into, and again, if you decide at your own risk to participate in this deal that is a single mother with an emotional baby daddy, it is now your job to protect yourself, keep your boundaries intact, and hold her accountable for every action, reaction, and situation or circumstance that occurs that's reflected negatively because of that gentleman in that situation. See, she's bringing you into her situation. I'll give you an example. You ever go visit somebody's house and they have a vicious Rottweiler, or a pit bull, whichever. Both people know what kind of dogs these are. These are very strong, masculine representing dogs and can be very vicious if provoked. A person, a woman, who invites you into her home is putting you in a state to where you should feel comfortable. You should feel welcome. You should feel, even in some cases, safe. If the woman had a Rottweiler or a pit bull or both who were untrained, unkept, and allowed to move about the house in whichever manner they seen it fit, whether that was chewing on shoes, couches, pissing all over the place, jumping on the furniture, running all through the hallway, whichever, you get the point. Then, gentlemen, I wouldn't recommend being in that situation. I would almost equate that to the same example as an irate, emotional man. What she is essentially doing is bringing you into a situation where you're going to encounter all of that behavior from said man. That man is going to be aggressive. That man is going to be problematic. That man is going to be chaotic. And it's not for you to subdue, correct, instruct, and define the boundaries of that relationship. It's up to her. If she doesn't have the gall, if she doesn't have the foresight, the knowledge, the tenacity to build these types of boundaries, situations, and create the environment that is best suited for not only her, but you, the ability to date her without these types of situations, then gentlemen, that is a woman that you do not want to invest time in. That is a woman that you don't want to do anything but have a good time with, have fun with, and even if that, because it may not be worth even having fun with, depending on the circumstances and the type of man that is involved in the situation. You can't undo a child. You can't undo a woman who had a child. But what you can do is you can know what you will and what you won't participate in, what you will and what you won't allow to exist in your orbit. I talk a lot about this on my channel, that men need to be very, very conscious and concerned about how they spend their time, how they allow for people to flow in and out of their life, and how they allow people to treat them. Again, I'm going to say it, gentlemen, don't ever let a woman treat you worse than you treat you. If a woman has an irate baby daddy in a situation that, is tumultuous, walk away. So that is all I want to talk about today. If you have not already done so, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe. What I appreciate is that you guys share the content, get more of these messages out to those men who are seeking this type of knowledge. So much do I appreciate it. Thank you for all my new subscribers. I'm still growing. I'm still looking to gain more subscribers. Like I said, my goal is 1,000 by summer. I'm gonna need your help to do that. So if you haven't already done so, go ahead and hit the like button. If you feel it necessary, go ahead and subscribe. And I'll be coming to you with another episode real soon. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Y'all be easy.